God bless our rulers, His Highness the Emir Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jabr Al Sabah, and His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed Al Jabr Al Sabah. Definitely we have plenty of things to do, dear viewers, and plenty of interesting segments. What do we got, Amal?
We've got a lot of special ladies today, you see. They are very marvelous ladies, and I know them firsthand. And you know, women,
so it's Ladies' Day.
Yeah, it is. We rule the world. It's always our day. Sometimes we give you one day, like a bit of a month, but it is like, you see, they have done a great accomplishments and achievements, and I am proud of their achievements. I'm proud of the effort they have put in those, let's say, things. But yes.
She is currently the general manager of ESK Holding, an innovative digital transformation in 2022. She was elected to participate at the Exclusive Global Women in Leadership Program at Georgetown University, Macduff School of Business with Qiyadat in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, with 159 women from 17 G20 nations with 2.5% acceptance rate. A strategic program born during the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia presidency of the G20 in 2020. Mercedes, who took a leap of faith by moving from Spain to Kuwait, has made significant contributions in Kuwait for the past 7.5 years, building and launching 3 commerce globally from Kuwait in the early days of the sector, to driving businesses growth at Microsoft as a formal generalist territory channel manager.
Welcome back. And Mercedes had empowered female professionals at different institutions in Kuwait. She's an established opinion leader delivering impactful speeches at prestigious institutions and passionate about the role of education. Mercedes' commitment to women empowerment and inclusion aims to drive sustainable economies at scale by advancing economic diversification and women's economic security. She believes societies can thrive and global GDP can increase. So let's all welcome, with a pleasure, Mercedes Vazquez, a visionary business and technology executive. Hola, amiga.
Hola, amigo.
It's really a pleasure to have you with us in Good Morning Kuwait.
It's my utmost honor to be back to Good Morning Kuwait.
And I would like to say it in Spanish, ¿Cómo estás, señorita?
Bien, bien, shlonek.
Good, that's amazing. See the Spanish and Arabic, you know, that's beautiful. So, Mercedes, I know you are, God's will, very educated, very smart woman, definitely. So we often, you know, think about the important, but how the importance of women empowerment. How does investing in human capital support innovation to prosperity?
Absolutely, that's a very important question. Thank you. So investing in human capital, I believe, is one of the most precious assets that anyone can have in order to have a resilient, prosperous future. Based on global statistics, we have seen the importance of education to prosperity and to create generational prosperity. And in this current fast-paced environment where everything is changing so fast based on global dynamics, we have seen the importance of cybersecurity to enable cyber resilience. And with that, I am very pleased to share here the completion of the first of its kind nationwide cybersecurity upskilling and reskilling.
I wanted to talk this about that, you know, because you really, I mean, the completion of the first of its kind, 50 women in cybersecurity in Kuwait, skilling initiative. So tell us about the cybersecurity. It's trending now.
Thank you. I think it is trending, and I believe it's more of a global imperative. So this pioneering initiative titled 50 Women in Cybersecurity in Kuwait was born on and created on my personal basis. As you know, I'm a technology executive. I drive impact through human-centric technology across multiple industries, and as part of one of my personal passions is to advocate for the role of women in technology to create a more resilient and secure, prosperous future. So this initiative started with a statement of interest, which I had submitted to the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait, to the U.S. Department of State. And through this initiative, we have upskilled and reskilled 50 Kuwaiti talents in the field of cybersecurity by providing accessible world-class education. So the entire initiative was end-to-end architected in a way based on the principles of enabling cyber resilience, of securing, defending, and strengthening a secure ecosystem.
Who's these 50 talented women? Kuwaiti women?
Yes. So.
And how you've gathered them?
Absolutely, very good question, thank you. So we had a registration form that was open in the month of September 2023. It was a public link, and we had received over 200 applicants from all walks of life, representing private, public sector, but also talented students who want to make a difference and to increase in the future their representation and participation in an essential industry. So out of the registrations, 50 participants were selected. We had 20 government entities, participants representing 20 Kuwaiti government entities from multiple industries, as well as banking employees, oil and gas employees, and talented students. So it was a very diverse pipeline of talent.
Beautiful.
And through that diversity in their industries, which were all mission critical, let's say, they were able to come up with innovative thinking, to come up with solutions to face the ever-evolving cyber landscape.
Is this what they call the term of collaborative approach in cybersecurity? Is that, I mean, because we hear the term of collaborative approach to cybersecurity. So can you tell us about this terminology? How it's collaborative?
Absolutely. So it was end-to-end architected. I had personally architected it in a way that it was supporting collaborative efforts. As we know, cybersecurity in today's global current circumstances requires of collaborative efforts that involve private and public sector together, as well with academia. So this initiative happened as an awarded project by the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait. And then we had a great alignment following the recent establishment of Kuwait's National Center for Cybersecurity. And of course, we will have to congratulate Kuwait's visionary leadership for taking such an important step of establishing this center in cybersecurity. It was an utmost pleasure to collaborate with them. We also involved the private sector of Kuwait, mainly in the banking industry, as well as communications, because they also have a important role, let's say, in terms of development, and they share the fundamental pillars that were fostered throughout this initiative, which were based on fostering world-class education, upskilling and reskilling, and a commitment to the security of technology innovation for a secure and resilient digital infrastructure that can support a knowledge-based economy. We also had academia involved, so it was quite holistic, as you can say, and it was really successful.
So how they are, these 50, let's say, talented women in cybersecurity, how they are aligned with the country's vision, and let's say how they get the support and be aligned with the country's vision. As you know, Kuwait also has a goal and vision, like there are some strategic visions and long-term vision, and there are short-term. So how they will align with that?
Absolutely. So this initiative was architected in a way that it was creating what I like to call the 10x multiplier effect that happens when you upskill or reskill one single talent by investing in human capital.
Okay.
So based on the pillars of number one, world-class education, that was delivered, the certification was delivered by American and experts, and also experts coming from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, who co-delivered part of the certification, based on the pillar of also fostering women's economic security as a smart economics by embedding them into the economy. Based on the ambitious vision created by the visionary leadership of the State of Kuwait that has 7 pillars, this pioneering initiative of 50 women in cybersecurity in Kuwait humbly supports and addresses the pillars of the Vision 2035 of the state in the following ways. The first one is by fostering world-class education. The second one is by fostering economy. As we know, there is a very close link between secure and digitized economy and enabling cyber resilience, which has been our utmost priority throughout this initiative. It also supports infrastructure, as we acknowledge that cybersecurity is essential to foster a secure, digital and resilient and diversified infrastructure that can support the pace of development. And it's also addressing the role of the youth through world-class education that will have a global impact, also in terms of global positioning, which is also a pillar of the vision of the nation, because it has fostered collaboration with other nations by the investment of the embassy. So
definitely they'll get the experience from and the knowledge, the know-how from also other sources. But do I have to be a software science expert or software engineer to be in cybersecurity, or no, you have to be at least having a degree in technology or whatever? I mean, is there like conditions to be a cybersecurity talent?
Thank you for this question. That's a very important and relevant one based on the pace of development of the cyber landscape that we are observing globally. So throughout this initiative, we have also highlighted the diversity of roles in terms of prospects of hope, an opportunity to develop cybersecurity careers, and the multiple roles that can form today's cyber resilience landscape to foster that technology development that can accelerate the development of the technology ecosystem. So as you know, technology is changing very fast.
Yeah.
And the cybercrime is also changing very fast. We have seen how the development, for example, of a ransomware in 2021, according to public data, is about 3.21 days. So that requires constant learning and constant education. So there is a variety of roles. Of course, cybersecurity is a very important matter and a very serious matter.
When you see Al Professor series, definitely you will know how cybersecurity is important.
Of course, but it can go all the way from technical roles to non-technical roles,
okay, I see
to sales, to risk management, to data privacy, to data governance.
So it takes all the fields in it.
It's an interconnected puzzle that I like to call, because it's embedding all the little pieces of the ecosystem together, and it's putting together that puzzle that can foster that cyber resilience.
Señorita, what's your advice, for our audience, especially, as a technology expert, and so how would you advise and share with our audience, and how organizations can enable cyber resilience to remain competitive today in today's world?
So to enable digital competitiveness in today's digital world, and as we see a very fine line between what is the digital world and what is the real physical world, bridging closely, I would say very closely as we pass the time. I think understanding the data, it's a very important step into what sort of actions can be taken. And global statistics tell us that most of the attacks happen through us humans as a result of
unfortunately,
phishing or whatever. There are many multiple ways that can foster that penetration. So upskilling and reskilling, constant innovation, and looking for ways to enable cyber resilience is important. Number two, I will say, is developing a very comprehensive and secure incident response plan that enables that action plan in case of, number one, response in the face of cyber crime, and number two, that can enable the post-action and post-recovery in terms of that attack. So there is preventive measures, and then there are reactive measures that have to be taken into place. And I would say a diversified infrastructure is important, as they always say, it's good to diversify, right? Rather than having everything into one basket, to secure and to enable business continuity, and not only taking one step further beyond the business continuity, I will say to enable business thriving.
Absolutely. You know, Mercedes Vazquez, the technology expert, thank you very much. Muchas gracias, amiga.
It has been an absolute pleasure, as always. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias.
Gracias. Dear viewers, that was the technology expert, Mercedes Vazquez, and the Visionary Business Technology Executive. Definitely, it was really interesting conversation, and definitely, I hope she enlightened us, and we learned a lot about cybersecurity. Please stay tuned. After this break, we'll be back.
That was really a great interview with the fabulous Mercedes, and I think my colleague Farid was really into cybersecurity as well as...
Absolutely.
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? You know, the lingo, you know, the Spanish language is beautiful.
Latino.
Latino, and I remember they had different dialects in southern states in America. You know, the Chicanos, they call them.
Exactly.
And they have these, you know, terminologies. But definitely, Mercedes Vazquez, you know, reminded me, you know, back in the days, you know, when I used to. They were classmates, as you know, a lot of Spanish, a lot of Mexicans.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's the second language in the USA.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
So I think the viewers, I hope that you have enjoyed our episode today. We had a little bit of the AI, a little bit of education, and some from the diplomatic eras, and the fabulous Mercedes, and the last. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed it as much as enjoyed putting it up to you and introducing. And it's goodbye for today, and see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Until then, please stay safe and goodbye.